Hello to all YouTubers and welcome back to another video by NewYorkSteelo. First off, let me just say massive amounts of subscribers in the past 2 weeks. Welcome to my channel, everyone. And of course, I've been following the 90-gallon build process quite closely, making sure that I put every video out there with lots of details. But today, we're going to talk about nano systems versus larger systems. A very important subject here, especially for beginners who are about to enter into this hobby, We're going to get into that, but let me just say this before I start, that, this is my 30-gallon nano system. It's been running for about 6 months. I have to do an update on it. I've gotten so many requests of people asking me, do you still have the 30-gallon nano system? I guess some of you out there might think that because I'm focusing all my attention towards the 90-gallon system, that maybe, I don't have my 30-gallon nano system. This 30-gallon nano system is not going anywhere. This is my pride and joy, my small piece of nature, which I've covered since day number 1 of the build process, and now we're moving on to the much larger system. But a lot of things, I answer a lot of questions and get a lot of feedback from my subscribers and those who visit my channel. But, a lot of these questions happen behind the scenes. Now, I would say about 10% of my subscribers actually post questions on my channel, the channel page. And some of you, another 10%, maybe post, these questions on my videos themselves. But a lot of you guys, the other 80%, send me so many questions in private messages. And half of those people are always asking me, well, I like your videos and stuff, and I like your 30-gallon nano system, and I love your 90-gallon system. And they give me a lot of appraisal, but then they tell me I'm a beginner, and what should I get? Should I get a nano system or should I get a larger system? And I'm going to tell you this. Bigger is better. It is so difficult to keep a nano system. It depends here. We're going to touch up on that in detail here. But, when I say bigger is better, what I'm trying to state here is that when you take a small body of water, such as you see here with this 30-gallon nano system, and you compare that to a 90-gallon system, of course, bad things are going to happen faster in this smaller system here. And I actually do have a little issue with one of my SPS corals, and I might zoom in and show you guys what's going on here. But bigger is better for the simple fact that you have a larger body of water, a larger volume of water altogether. And so it kind of gives you more of a leeway. You have more, you're more, it's easier to make mistakes on a larger 90-gallon system because it's such a large body of water that it actually takes time for that mistake to actually affect the system. But when you have such a small body of water, such as you see here on this 30-gallon nano system, these changes and these mistakes that you commit, whether you overfeed the system or you supplement the system, or you haven't done your water changes and you haven't kept up, all these things can happen within a day. I mean, it happens so fast. For example, I'll give you a perfect example here. Now, this 30-gallon nano system requires me to top off the system daily. Now, daily, I have to add approximately 4 to 6 cups of water to the system in order for the water to maintain itself properly. And if for whatever reason I let it go for 2 days, now we're talking about I need to top off the system 8 cups. And so the salinity has raised and has gone up. And so it's that fast. On a small body of water, the changes are going to occur a lot faster. And so this is why, and I make these videos to really make my life a lot easier, because this is, I get overwhelmed with this question here. A lot of people want to save money in this hobby, and that's perfectly understandable. If you take this system here, which is a nano system or a ready built nano system with the lighting included and the sump and everything already, built into the nano system itself, and you compare that to a 90-gallon system or a 75 or something like that, of course, the nano system is going to be less expensive. But however, once again, I really cannot stress this enough. Bigger is better. It is very difficult for you to properly maintain a nano system when you are trying to look at it as a full-blown reef, as you're looking at here. A lot of people look at this system and, I get a lot of compliments about it, and I thank each and every one of you. But the work that goes behind trying to keep this system running the way it should is a lot more tedious and a lot more demanding than, for example, the 90-gallon system when I had it running, And quite a number of my subscribers here have been, they go against my recommendation, and that's okay, guys. I'm here to give you guys, a sense of direction and give you some advice, and that's pretty much it. And you do with it what you will. But some of you guys have asked me, well, what do you think? Should I get a nano or a larger system? The first thing I'm going to tell you here is that you should definitely get a larger system when it comes to you wanting to build a reef. Now, there's leeway here when it's in a fish-only system. However, the majority of some of my subscribers here, let me use this as an example. I'm not going to mention any names here. You guys know who you are. But I've recommended to you to get a larger system, 40 gallons and up. A 40-gallon breeder will give you a little bit more leeway than, say, a 29-gallon, 30-gallon type system as you see here. A 45-gallon system is actually going to give you more leeway. It's more water volume. The more the water volume, the more the leeway that you have, and the more easier it is for you to make a mistake and correct it rather quickly before it pollutes the system. The less the water volume, and I can't stress this enough, the more trouble that you will have. And so a 40-gallon, 45-gallon system, a 55-gallon system is a perfect system for you to start out as a reef. If that's what you have in mind, if what you want to create here is a small piece of nature which contains all of these corals here, such as you see here, highly recommend you guys not to get this 29-gallon system, or a BioCube for that matter. If you are an advanced aquarist, you've been in the hobby for a number of years, and you do understand everything that is involved with reef keeping and marine keeping, then absolutely, if you want to get a nano system for advanced aquarists, I highly recommend a nano system. Nano systems are just beautiful. They're smaller, they're compact, and you can stock them up with corals and some nice fish and whatnot. But these subscribers in which I'm referring to, which have gone against my recommendation that I tell them, get a larger system, and I understand you guys, money is an issue. If you compare this system, which I've spent, say, $1,200, I would say, without the corals and the animals here, there's about $1,200. If you buy a nano system that is ready built and everything like that, it'll be about $8,000–$9,000 in that range there, compared to my 90-gallon setup, which is $5,000 plus. Of course, you're gonna be a little shocked, but do keep this in mind. It is absolutely possible to run a successful nano system, but if you're gonna go against my recommendations, which some of you have done as my subscribers, and then you want to come and email me and tell me, well, I'm thinking about adding 5 fish to my 30-gallon nano system, you guys, you're asking the wrong person, because absolutely I'm going to tell you that you cannot do that. I mean, if some people are going to come up to me, and I've had quite a few of my subscribers tell me that they want to kind of replicate what I've done here with my 30-gallon nano system with all the corals and add more fish. Or they ask me, why don't you add more fish to the system? If I was to add another fish to the system, the whole system would be thrown out of balance. You know, everything here has been planned properly. The fact that I use strong water movement with the MP10, expensive pumps, but definitely some of the best that you can get your hands on. The lighting that I wanted, the hang on the back refugium, the protein skimmer, deep sandbed, live rock, everything has been planned to a T in order for it to work properly for me. And if I were to add more fish to the system, of course it's going to be throwing it out of balance. And so what I'm trying to really state here is that if you do decide to get a smaller system, prepare yourself to be ready to understand that you are going to be sacrificing so much more that you could do with a larger system. You know, you can overstock with many more fish. With a larger system, you can get a tang. I cannot put a tang in this system. I might be able to get away with a dwarf angel or something like that, but this system is what it is. And once again, it's perfectly balanced to maintain what it is. And so, you know, in the end, bigger is absolutely better. And so if money is an issue, then why don't you start slowly? Start slowly like I'm doing with the 90-gallon system. Let me tell you, that 90-gallon system, I set it up in 2008, but I was buying equipment from mid-2007 before I set it up in March of 2008. So, you know, you get yourself a 75-gallon, a 55-gallon tank is absolutely perfect for beginners. But if you're going to come up to me and ask me, and then, well, can I add this fish, and can I add that fish, and can I add this? And I've gotten a lot of those messages recently. And you guys know who you are. You are sacrificing the amount of fish that you can add to a nano system, and you're also making it a much more difficult hobby. And I really highly recommend only experienced aquarists to be able to have a nano system. That is not to say that you cannot be successful, but prepare yourself. If you're going to buy a nano system, it will require a lot of your attention. And so this is just a quick rant here on nano systems versus larger systems. I would definitely recommend the larger systems. Many more videos to come. Just a quick break off the 90-gallon system. I have a trip that I have to do to Montreal, so give me some time, guys, before I release the next video. But many more videos to come. 90-gallon system is running with saltwater, and everything is working as it should. However, I will tell you this. There is a new sump refugium that will be added to the 90-gallon system. And that's a long story, guys. Don't ask me now what it's about, but I discovered when I set up the ProFlex that it's actually leaking, and so I'm going to be adding another sump refugium to the system. And you know, and that's a good thing in a way, because if you visit my channel, you will not only see just one type of filtration system. You will see the filtration system of this 30-gallon nano system. You will also see a do-it-yourself sump refugium video. You will also see a review on the ProFlex sump, and of course you will also see the review of the new sump that's coming out. Guys, you definitely don't want to miss this out, because it's going to be specifically made, you know, for my specifications, and you definitely don't want to miss out that video. So thank you guys for all of your support. The subscribers, can't thank you enough. Don't forget to rate my videos if you can. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't really matter to me, guys, but that's all that I ask for. And hope you guys have enjoyed the video. So with that said, this is NewYorkSteelo signing out. And before I completely leave, let me just show you that having a nano system can be quite difficult to maintain. And we're picking up the camera here and just zooming in, and you can see that there is some bleaching going on in one of my Montipora capricornis. But hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I have to solve that. NewYorkSteelo signing out. Peace.